Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this March the 27th, 2025. I'm hoping everybody had a great Thursday out there so far. Everybody has a great Thursday evening. Hope everybody continues to stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at the storm system here across the country. As you can see, we got one in the north central tropical Atlantic, stretching from just north of Puerto Rico all the way into the northern tropical Atlantic. Also another one up here around the Nova Scotia area, also southeast Canada. Also we got another precipitation over here in portion of Indiana, Illinois, back into Missouri. Also over here around Louisiana and Texas, northern Mexico, also New Mexico, also Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho, Utah, also in the portions of Washington, Oregon State, California region as well as that storm system moves on shore. Excuse me. Alright, we got another system here moving on to the Southern California coast. Should be coming in sometime later on tonight. Then we got more activity across southeastern and southeastern areas of the Eastern Pacific, also around Central America and South America as well. Alrighty. If you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue getting the show on the road here, folks. Alright, you can see we got a lot of winter weather and thunderstorms to talk about on this weather map. As you can see, we got some mixed precipitation from New Brunswick to Maine to New York State, across Lake Erie, Lake Superior to Michigan, to Wisconsin to Minnesota, through the Dakotas, Nebraska, Wyoming, Colorado, Utah, Montana, Idaho, Washington, Oregon State, also California and Nevada region. You've got pockets of heavy snow over portions of Northern California, Oregon, and Washington State. And also we got some showers and storms from Colorado to Nebraska to areas of Iowa, and also southern Minnesota, Wisconsin, southern areas of Michigan to Pennsylvania to Virginia to Kentucky. We got some freezing rain possible from portions of New Hampshire to Vermont to New York State, northern portions of Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, Montana, right on the Canadian-U.S. border. Even got a little bit of pockets of heavy snow in portions of South Canada as well. Got some shower activity around portions of Pennsylvania, New Jersey, to Rhode Island, to Connecticut, and the coastal waters, and also some across South Florida, Florida Keys, thunderstorms in the northern Gulf, stretching into Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, and Arkansas, and Mississippi. Even got some flash flooding and heavy rain over portions of southeast Texas and southern Louisiana. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Friday. Alright, here's your Saturday outlook. You can see we got some snow for portions of Maine, across South Canada, stretching in Minnesota, through North Dakota, Montana, and southwestern Canada. We got mixed precipitation across portions of Northern California to Oregon to Washington, Idaho, Montana to Utah to Nevada, Colorado to portions of Nebraska, South Dakota, all the way to Michigan, and also toward New Hampshire, Vermont, and Massachusetts. Got freezing rain from South Dakota back over toward portions of Vermont, New Hampshire, and also around Lake Erie and Lake Superior region as well, in northern Michigan, portions of Wisconsin and Minnesota, Iowa, and South Dakota. And then we got thunderstorms and showers over here from Iowa to Louisiana, to South Carolina, Florida, Florida Keys, Atlantic coastal waters, portion of the Gulf, stretching over to portion of Pennsylvania, Rhode Island, Connecticut, and the coastal waters of the Atlantic. Even got some shower activity over in portion of California up to portion of Washington, Oregon State, and the coastal waters as well. Alright, got a little bit of heavy snow possible in portion of Montana, excuse me, and also portions of Oregon as well. Alrighty, otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Saturday. Alright, you can look at the current watch and warning advisory map of your location across the nation. Alrighty, you can see we got some winter storm watches in effect for portions of Maine, that back into portions of New Hampshire, the northern portion of New Hampshire, and the northern New York State. Some winter weather advisory, same for northern Michigan through Wisconsin, also in the portion of Minnesota, North Dakota, and portions of Montana. Excuse me, the pollen getting to me, I can't hardly talk, but anyway, I'm going to try to get through this video so everybody get a chance to know what your local forecast is. But anyway, we got some Special weather statements around the Boston area, Connecticut to New York to Pennsylvania, North Carolina, South Carolina, and Georgia. Also a portion of Indiana. Also in a portion of Minnesota, Iowa, and Nebraska region, and also a portion of West Texas and southern areas of New Mexico. Red flag warnings in effect for western North Carolina, upstate South Carolina, portion of southern Colorado, and eastern Wyoming. We got an ice storm warning also in effect for northeastern Wisconsin. Excuse me again. Alright, also we got some flood watches in effect for Louisiana and Texas. Flood watches and warnings in the red. Southern areas got some severe thunderstorm warnings across South Texas. We even got one here in portions of Kansas area as well. We got red flag warnings, like I said, for Colorado and Wyoming. And then we got portions of some hydro issues over portions of Idaho and Nevada. Wind advisory, portion of Oregon, Nevada, and California. Winter weather advisories there as well. And high wind watches also in effect for that region as well. Alright. Small craft advisory, gale warning from Maine to the Florida Keys. A little bit in the Outer Banks. Also from southern Louisiana, East Texas. Then from portions of southern California to Washington State. With purple is the storm warnings in effect for the coastal areas. Hawaii and Chain Island looks good. Small craft advisory around the Alaska region as well. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center Outlook. This is for day number 2, which is your Friday. Alrighty, and then we'll look at day number 3, which will be Saturday. We got marginal risk from Brownsville to Corpus Christi to Houston to Alexandria, Louisiana. And then again from portions of north around McCook all the way to Minneapolis over to Marquette, Michigan. Green Bay you're included. And then general thunderstorm from San Antonio to Rochester and Buffalo, New York, to Detroit, Michigan, Wisconsin, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, over toward Great Falls, Montana, and over towards Medford, Oregon, and just east of Salt Lake City as well. Alright, the tornado probability looks like this. 2% around Corpus Christi up to Houston and Alexandria, Louisiana. Here is the damage and winds. There's the 5% from McCook to portions of just east of Sioux Falls, and then from Alexandria to Brownsville and Corpus Christi area. And a large hail looks like this, stretching from McCook to Marquette, Michigan, and then around Corpus Christi and Brownsville, Texas. 5% risk in that area. Alright, let's move on to day number 3. Alright, you got general thunderstorm from around Rochester, Watertown, and Buffalo, New York, all the way down to New Orleans, and then again from Orlando, Melbourne, Tampa to Fort Myers to Miami, Florida Keys, and then from New Orleans up to Green Bay to McCook area to Liberal, Kansas, then from Salt Lake City over to Spokane, Washington. General thunderstorm, we got a marginal risk from around Abilene up to Del Monte, Pierre, Springfield, and Hannibal. And then we have a slight risk restriction from Wichita to Tulsa and Kansas City, Missouri. Probability looks like this. 5 and 15% respectively. And this is where the severe weather looks to occur over portions of northern Oklahoma and southeastern Kansas. Alright, let's move on to the day number 4. They've got a slight risk from Cleveland, Ohio down to Waco, Texas. Far east is Chattanooga and Birmingham, Alabama. And let's take a look at day 5. Stretching from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, like I've been mentioning, from Pennsylvania to northern Florida, all the way back to eastern Texas. Louisiana, you included, New Orleans, Birmingham, Atlanta, Chattanooga, Columbia, Charlotte, Charleston, toward Virginia Beach, Roanoke, Raleigh, North Carolina. You're included in this 15% risk area as well. So, alright, let's take a look at day 4 one more time. Here's the severe weather from Cleveland, Ohio to Houston, Texas. All the way far east is Chattanooga and Birmingham areas. And here's day 5, stretching from Philadelphia to New Orleans to Tallahassee to the Carolinas, from Charleston to Wilmington, even Virginia Beach. You're included as well. Alrighty, well, I made it through the video. Hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Take care. Sorry about the scratchy voice. This pollen getting to me, so having a little allergy issues. So hopefully after the rain comes, get rid of it. But anyway, hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Take care and also enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got. And make sure you subscribe if you have not already. And we'll catch you back in the next video. So have a wonderful, wonderful Thursday evening, folks. Take care and enjoy the weather, because it's the only weather you got.